Every year in wheat and canola, there are always insects. And Tom, it seems like every time we're talking to you, it's because we're kind of reactionary towards the insects. But just kind of give us an overview of what insects there are that could cause a problem with wheat.
Well, that's what I was talking with the growers. For one thing, we talked about managing Hessian fly. And one of my goals this year was to start talking about trying to find answers to questions that I didn't have answers to before by getting some data. So I talked about some Hessian fly trapping that we've done over the last few years to actually prove that Hessian fly free planting dates don't work in Oklahoma.
Right.
We now know why they don't work.
Yep.
But we talked about fall armyworm this year and why it came in so early, and how important it is to catch them early if you're going to be able to get good control, because they become a lot more difficult when they get bigger, and why we had such an issue with them this year. Talked about diamondback moth and why we had such issues with that this year, and there were definitely producers that had difficulty controlling it. And in one of the cases, I was able to show that a more expensive product would have sufficed to give one shot, and they'd have controlled it probably for the next 20 to 25 days. So we just kind of reviewed different insects. Got a question about wheat streak mosaic and the mite that causes that, and can you control that? And I do know from the data that we don't have anything that can control it, so we're going to have to be looking for resistant varieties and things like that, or encouraging people to manage their volunteer wheat for at least 2 weeks, those kind of issues, which is good integrated pest management, right? So we just reviewed just different things that could happen in wheat and what to do about them.
Well, and it's important to gather that information ahead of time before you're actually in the trenches with them.
Yeah, I heard Kim Anderson talk about strategies and plans. A strategy is a series of plans that you put together, and that's really I think what producers need to think about with insect management, with weed management, obviously with everything that they're doing, but it can work for insect management as well, as you come up with a strategy, and it's based upon what could possibly happen and how to deal with it.
Now, let's also talk about canola, because I mean, we focused on wheat there, but there's also some insect issues, and you mentioned a few of them in the canola.
Yes. Two big issues that we had this year were aphids. We still are even getting some issues with aphids, but and then diamondback moth. I saw fields this year. I haven't seen populations of diamondback moths like I never seen them in canola like I saw them this year. And they were, the producer that I worked with was very frustrated because he couldn't get any control over them. And that's when it gave me an opportunity to really evaluate another insecticide, Prevathon, that is supposed to work pretty well, and I was able to show that it worked really well on them.
Well, thank you very much, Tom. And for more information on that, go to our website, sunup.okstate.edu.